Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and so good to see you all. I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back and we're stronger than ever. So I hope you enjoy my Ayaka doing a little bit of a fly away technique there. Just thought that was absolutely hilarious, had to throw it in there. Anyways, you know what the deal is today. Today, we are going to be doing a damage showcase of my top 10 team compositions, and we're going to be using them against Raiden Shogun since she has the highest solo damage HP. I think it's like 1.3 million, which is a absolute absurd amount. And we are going to be testing them against said enemy to see who does the most damage in her weakened phase, which I think is about 10-ish seconds. Some may be able to complete it and defeat her in that 10-second window, some may not. We're gonna see, we're gonna find out. Ooh, this is sick right here. Slow motion. I thought that was absolutely cool. And then this right here, these guys tag team my you know what, so I had to make sure I got some payback afterwards. But it was a cool little combo, I won't lie. It reminded me of those arcade type games where they do a little A, B, up, down, left, right, and boom, you were getting mollywopped into the you know where. So cool little combo, but had to make sure we finish those guys off. So without further ado, we're gonna head into the top 10 matchup here. So right now this is my Raiden Shogun team. I believe this one is actually with the catch, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, even though I'm getting higher damage output per hit, I'm getting less crits, so that's why it's actually ranked in the 10th spot. This one is the same exact team composition, my ranked number 9 team, but with the Skyward Spine. Because it has that 8% crit rate, her crit rate I believe is like 83, and I'm critting a little more, which is why I ended up doing more damage. Alright, on to the number 18. This is actually a surprise and shocker, I'm sure, to most people here. My Kaching team, my Aggravate team, is actually pretty solid here. You throw Bennett into buff, you got Fischl, and then Traveler with the Electro and the Dendro, and then you got Kaching, who's over here just mollywopping away. Got about a little more than half health done in that phase time period, so pretty solid, pretty good. Really enjoyed playing that team. Now onto my Zhao team. I recently made some changes to this team just for a little bit of fun. Put Zhao's crit rate all the way up to I think it's at 103 right now, which is pretty dang high. And it kind of inspired me, if I'm going to be honest, to do this because I realized, wow, he's got more potential than I remember, and I haven't played him since the beginning of the game. One of the OG DPSs for me. So on to the next scene here. This is going to be our top 5. So now this team right here is probably going to shock you guys, but in case you forgot, Vaporize is still a super strong team. I threw on whatever artifacts I had for the Crimson Witch of Flames, which I actually only had a 2-piece, so I threw on a 2-piece attack, and this guy still slaughters pretty much anything to this day. Diluc coming at number 5, a shocker to all I know. But hey, pretty solid, pretty beautiful. Did like 70% of the health there, which is pretty solid. Now you already know Hu Tao coming in. She's a known DPS throughout the entire DPS Genshin Impact world. Has a huge fan base as well. I'd say she's super powerful, and a lot of people like her character design and her personality. So you know I had to get a little bit of Hu Tao action in there. I only have 2-piece Crimson Witch on her, which, oh, just by the way, all the DPSs being shown in this will have their builds completely revealed, so you'll see exactly what they're looking like in terms of stats. So now coming in at number 4, we've got my Ganyu team. She's pretty solid, 61.2-ish crit rate, I believe, and 257 crit damage. Even if I'm not using her as a vape team, her shots just do so much damage, especially if Shenhe just buffing her up. It's amazing. Now, it's no secret here who the top 2 or 3, I guess you could say, is. We got Ayato coming in with Bennett, Zhengling, and Fischl. I like to use Fischl here in the Abyss because she kind of has more damage output when I'm on cooldown of my Ayato. Obviously, we can finish off the Raiden Shogun one phaser. And then the fastest damage output just for Ayato alone, so I'm vaping every hit, would be with Yunjin as the 4th slot here, keeping everyone the same. And you can see my vaporizers are doing 37, 43, 45, 41, so it's doing a pretty good amount. Both of them took 2 charge attacks after my cooldown started, so I considered it a tie, but we know that Yunjin was, better there. And then here, it's no secret at this point. Everyone knows my Ayaka team absolutely crushes everything. One burst fully buffed, and it can destroy anything in the game. Now here, I didn't realize when I did my aggravate team that my Traveler, I had C5 unlocked and I didn't activate it, so it was showing at talent level 9 rather than talent level 12. But just as a heads up, it could have done a little more damage, but I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. Now here's kind of what my Diluc stats look like. Attack at 2,837, Wolf Gravestones R1. We had 2-piece Crimson Witch of Flames and 2-piece Gladiator. He's actually at C4, a lot of 50-50 losses. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely love that, huh? Talent level 9, 11-9, because in the beginning of the game I actually discovered him and decided to try to build him. So it's crit rate, crit damage, 77.9, 143.2 with a 110 crit, not crit, energy recharge. He's a pretty solid unit. I believe he came in at 8 or 7 or something like that, or 5. He was number 5, which is surprising. Now you guys have seen my Ayaka, so I won't spend too long on it, but 75.4, I did get an increase to the crit rate, 248 for the crit damage, R5 Mist Splitter, and then we got 2-piece Blizz and 2-piece Noblesse. C6 and talents we already know are 10, 10, and 10, so I'm not even going to waste time on that. Alright, onto my Zhao. He's now got a crit rate of 103.3, crit damage 190.7, energy recharge 112. A little struggling on that end of it. Deathmatch R5, 2-piece Vermilion, 2-piece Gladiator for the attack of plus 36%. Constellation 0, eventually I kind of want to see 1, but 9, 9, and 9 for the talent as well. And ignore my 20 million more there. I've been saving for the last 5 months through all the events, and it's just been going up and up. Raiden Shogun, 9, 9, and 9. Constellation 0 and 2-piece Noblesse, but unfortunately, she's my most underwhelming character because she's my most underfarmed character. I did use the catch and Skyward Spine for both iterations of her showcase. The catch you would think would do better, but for me, the Skyward Spine, she was for some reason destroying it with an 82.2 crit rate versus like 74. So it was pretty solid overall. Now my Kuching, 82.9 crit rate, 192.6 crit damage, 134.6 energy recharge, which that's pretty solid. We got the 2-piece Wanderers, 2-piece Electro damage, C3, 10, 9, 12 stats. Just as a heads up, I did crown her normal attack. I did it in the beginning of the game. Didn't know what the heck I was doing. I also did it to Chi-Chi. You can see her normal attack here is 10. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realize how sacred crowns were, so I was just throwing them out there. Alright, we got a C1 Ayato. His artifacts is 4-piece Heart of Death and R1 Harwin Gapaku Fuku. Yeah, I don't even Futsu, I think it was. Attack of 1797, I believe, and 91 crit rate, 218 crit damage with 117 energy recharge. I actually had him at 75% crit rate, like 230 crit damage, but it's so much more consistent with 91 crit rate, so I decided to take away some damage. Hu Tao, 90 crit rate, 201.9 crit damage, 122 energy recharge. We had the C1 Primordial Jade just because I wanted to have double 90s for Zhao and Hu Tao. Like I said, 2-piece Witch of Flames, Crimson Witch of Flames. I wasn't able to farm very much a solid 4-piece set. Yes, triple crowned as well. Only my second character in the entire game who's done that. I did this because I enjoyed her playstyle, or I should say I liked her character development, the way she looked, the whole thing that makes her a popular character in the game. But then I decided I didn't like her playstyle because back in the beginning of the game, I didn't understand buffs at all and how to do it, so I didn't like that I had to wait 7 seconds to activate her skill again. Anyways, on the Ganyu, we got C2, 10, 9, and 9. Of course, we have to crown the normal attack. 4-piece Blizzard Strayer. Honestly, that's really only effective probably for like, a freeze team. I don't have her in a freeze team, but I threw her in here anyways just to see how much damage she could do, and it came up pretty well. 61.7 crit rate. It would be 100 if it was the double cryo, and it also had the 4-piece Blizz effect where they were affected by cryo, giving me an extra 20% frozen. Alright, so with all that being said, that is my top 10. Obviously, anyone who is cryo or hydro has an unfair advantage. I've been farming that same domain for a solid 2 years now, but I have gotten a lot of offset pieces that are relatively strong, so I've been able to build my characters even if they don't have the best builds, still pretty solid. 90 to 200 is kind of the goal, and we've been able to reach that for a good amount. Alright, let me know what you thought about the video. Thank you for stopping by. I'll catch you in the next one. Ad Astra, Abe Sask.